The courtroom was so quiet you could hear people breathing. Then bang, the judge slammed the gavel. Everyone jumped. The state sentences Officer Kira Vance to death by lethal injection, the judge said. The words hit like a punch to the chest. People gasped. Some covered their mouths. Kira stood still, her eyes wide, her hands shaking. She had once been one of the best cops in the city, but now she was going to die. Then came a sound no one expected, a low growl from the back of the room. Heads turned. Standing in the aisle was Rex, Kira's German shepherd. His teeth showed. His eyes were locked on the judge. The bailiffs reached for their guns, but Rex didn't wait. He leaped forward, growling louder. What had brought them here? How did a respected cop end up on death row? And why would her dog risk everything to save her? Just 3 months earlier, Kira Vance was seen as a hero. She wore her badge with pride and worked side by side with her canine partner, Rex. Everyone in the department knew how brave she was. She had chased down criminals, saved lives, and never once backed down from danger. Rex was more than just a dog, he was family. Loyal, smart, and always ready to protect her. Kira believed in one thing above all: the law should be fair, and no one, not even the highest-ranking officers, should be above it. She lived by that rule. It guided every choice she made. But one night, that belief would be tested in a way she never saw coming. One night, while finishing up paperwork at the station, Kira opened the wrong file cabinet, and what she found made her heart stop. Inside were reports, photos, and phone records that didn't belong there. As she read through them, her hands began to shake. The papers proved that the police chief, the very man who led the department, was involved in serious crimes, bribes, cover-ups, and even letting dangerous criminals walk free. Kira stared at the files in disbelief. She could have shut the drawer and walked away. No one would have known. But that wasn't who she was. She believed in doing the right thing, no matter the cost. So she made the hardest decision of her life. She picked up the phone and called Internal Affairs to report everything. She thought justice would be served. But instead, she had just signed her own death sentence and didn't even know it yet. The next day, everything fell apart. Kira was sent on a call that felt off from the start. When she arrived, it looked like a normal drug bust, but something wasn't right. The drugs were already laid out, too perfectly. Then she saw the body. It was a man she didn't even know, but somehow he'd been shot with her service weapon. Before she could say a word, backup swarmed in. Cameras flashed. Officers grabbed her arms. Someone had planted the drugs. Someone had planted the body. Kira knew she had been set up, but it was too late. As she was dragged away, she looked back at Rex. He barked, growling at the officers. Her voice cracked as she shouted one word: "Run!" And Rex did. Behind bars, Kira realized the truth: someone powerful wanted her gone. And they weren't going to stop until she was out of the picture for good. Kira thought the truth would come out in court. But from the very beginning, the trial was a joke. Her lawyer barely spoke up. The people who could have defended her were suddenly missing or too scared to talk. And the main witness? A detective who flat out lied on the stand. No one believed her. The jury looked bored. The judge barely listened. It felt like everyone had already decided she was guilty. Kira wanted to scream, but she stayed silent, knowing it wouldn't matter. Meanwhile, no one had seen Rex since the day she was arrested. Some people said he ran off. Others swore they saw a German shepherd sneaking around the courthouse late at night, like a ghost. But nothing could be proven. Alone in her cell, Kira felt like the whole world had turned against her. And even though Rex was gone, she could feel that something was coming. Weeks passed, and Kira had almost given up hope. Then, late one night, a guard whispered something strange. Someone had seen a dog, a big German shepherd, wandering near the prison fence. At first, no one believed it. But the rumors kept growing. Security footage soon showed a shadowy figure, Rex, slinking around the courthouse at night. He was moving like a ghost, dodging cameras and slipping past checkpoints like he knew exactly what he was doing. Then came the first attack. A corrupt detective who had lied in court was found at home badly hurt. Claw marks covered his arms, and right next to him, someone had written one word in blood: liar. Kira heard the news and felt her heart pound. Rex wasn't just hiding anymore. He was hunting the people who set her up, one by one. And nothing, not walls, not guards, was going to stop him. Kira's execution date was set. The guards stopped looking her in the eye. Every noise in the hallway made her jump. She knew her time was running out. That night, she sat alone in her cell, staring at the gray walls, thinking about Rex. A friendly guard walked by, someone who didn't believe the lies. Kira leaned close and whispered, "Tell Rex it's over." Her voice cracked as she said it, her eyes filling with tears. She didn't want him to get hurt for her. The next morning, that same guard was found dead in a hallway. In his hand was a prison key, the exact one that opened Kira's cell. She didn't know what to feel. Her heart ached. Had Rex done this? Had her loyal partner gone too far? For the first time, Kira wasn't sure if she still wanted to be saved. But deep down, she knew Rex wasn't done yet. The night before Kira's execution, she sat on her bunk, tears rolling down her cheeks. She felt broken. Rex, the dog who had once been her faithful partner, had turned into something else, a monster, like the men who had trapped her. Suddenly, there was scratching at the door. Kira froze. The door creaked open just a little. Then, Rex slipped inside, his muzzle covered in blood, eyes wild but focused. He didn't growl or bark. Instead, Rex dropped something at her feet. It was a small USB drive. Kira picked it up with trembling hands. The real proof, the evidence that could clear her name, was finally here. In that quiet moment, hope sparked inside her. Maybe Rex wasn't lost after all. Maybe, just maybe, justice wasn't finished. At T-dawn, the execution team prepared the needle. The air was thick with tension. Suddenly, the door burst open. Rex charged in, snarling and fearless. Guns fired, but Rex didn't stop. Chaos broke loose. In the confusion, Kira slipped free. She grabbed the warden's phone and started streaming the evidence live to the world. Everyone heard the police chief's voice ordering, "Kill her. Make it look like an accident." The courtroom erupted. The judge quickly reversed the death sentence. Kira was free. Rex, wounded but still strong, limped to her side. The corrupt chief was arrested on the spot. The truth was finally out. As cameras flashed, Kira knelt beside Rex and whispered, "You were always the best partner I ever had." Justice had a new face, fierce, loyal, and unbreakable. The chief who had tried to destroy Kira was finally arrested. The evidence streamed live had proven everything. The courtroom was filled with whispers and shocked faces. Kira walked out, free at last. Rex, though wounded, stayed close, his tail wagging slowly. Together, they had faced impossible odds and won. But the story didn't end there. Kira knew the fight for justice was never over. She looked at Rex and smiled. "We're just getting started," she said. The dog who had once been just a partner had become a legend, a symbol of loyalty and courage. As the cameras flashed, Kira whispered, "You were always the best partner I ever had." Justice wasn't just a word anymore. It had teeth. It had heart. And it had Rex. As cameras flashed around them, Kira knelt down beside Rex. She reached out and gently stroked his head. The dog who had saved her life looked up at her with trusting eyes. "You were always the best partner I ever had," she whispered. In that moment, nothing else mattered. The pain, the lies, the danger, they were all behind them now. What mattered was their bond. Stronger than any chain, deeper than any fear. Rex wagged his tail and licked her face. Together, they had faced the darkness and come out stronger. Justice had a new name. It wasn't just about laws or courts anymore. It was about loyalty, courage, and love. And as they stood up, side by side, everyone watching knew one thing for sure. This was a story they would never forget.